There is yet again a feeling of excitement and anticipation here at Woodlands Stud, where Paul and Mary Kenny and Andrew Grierson have taken the opportunity to build on the foundations that were laid when Woodlands Stud was first established by Andrew Grierson and Charles Roberts. Foundations that were established when we started purchasing the Southern Hemisphere rights to talented sires from the Northern Hemisphere. With a positive approach to the future of the standardbred industry, we purchased the controlling Southern Hemisphere rights to Bettor's Delight in 2006, and then in 2007, American Ideal. Through the success of these stallions and their predecessors, Woodlands Stud has established itself as the pre-eminent semen base in the Southern Hemisphere. At Woodlands Stud, we pride ourselves on our involvement in the Australasian harness racing industry, both on and off the track. Club and race sponsorships across Australasia, driver sponsorships, kids carts, teal paint campaigns and awards dinners, just to name a few. We also have over 15 horses and work with trainers across the country. We take this industry seriously. It is an industry we love, we are passionate about, and one that we want to see grow. The recent purchase of American champion Lather Up is yet another bold statement to our commitment to maintaining the harness racing industry and also the quality of the Woodlands Stud stallion roster. We pick sires who will work in the Australasian standardbred industry and ones that we can back confidently with our own broodmare band, consisting of over 120 mares. So our stallion roster for the 2020-21 season is a reflection of sires who we think are capable of leading great progeny that will fit the harness racing scene in Australasia and will carry our industry forward. It's an exciting time for us, and we thank you so much for being part of the journey ahead. Bettor's Delight is unparalleled in the harness racing industry across the world. No sire has left a bigger mark on harness racing like Bettor's Delight. Age has not diminished his influence on the racetrack and in the breeding barn, as his progeny continue to dominate feature racing and smash records across the globe. He is now also starting to make a big impact as a broodmare sire. He is the leading sire in America, New Zealand and Australia. He continues to leave phenomenal progeny, such as the winner of this year's Group 1 Northern Derby, Amazing Dream.
100 metres left to go, Amazing Dream in front, Copy That's out and flying, but Amazing Dream to make some history. Amazing Dream, the amazing filly, gets the Derby.
He is also the sire of dual Australasian Derby winner, Lineup.
He's looking for the Vic New South Wales Pacers Derby double. He leads the way by about 6 metres, holding rivals at bay, and Lineup will do the big double.
And of course the sire of the horse that clean swept the 2019 Inter-Dominion Series, Ultimate Sniper.
Ultimate Sniper, this awesome equine athlete, he'll go through the Inter-Dominion Series unbeaten.
The 2020 yearling sales were some of his strongest yet, with 10 of the top 15 lots in New Zealand being sired by him. His progeny also grossed $5.3 million and had an average of over 70,000 for his 80 lots across the two sales. He is the stallion every breeder needs to consider to get the results at the sales, on the track and in the breeding paddock in the future. He is standing at the main stud in New Zealand for $25,000 plus GST, with some discounts applying, and he is available via fresh chilled semen throughout Australasia. American Ideal is a sire who needs little introduction. He has sired 15 millionaires and progeny who have amassed earnings of over $124 million worldwide. He leaves stock that go the distance with classy 2-year-olds, Derby and Oaks winners through to open class champions. His son Copy That was an impressive 3-year-old performer. He amassed 6 wins and 4 placings from his 10 starts and $96,000 in stakes. This included winning the Alabar 3-year-old Classic and the Vero Flying Stakes.
Copy That going strong, a length on Hero Square, one change, couldn't get there, it's Copy That, and Blair Orange, Copy That wins the Vero Flying Stakes.
His champion son Bling It On made it back to the track and has now won $1.8 million in stakes and 48 races, including a win in the Group 1 Victoria Cup after over a year away from the track.
But it's Bling It On from Colt 31, and Bling It On, the comeback boys done it.
North Island pacer 888 is always Mr. Consistent around the tracks, including winning the Group 3 Founders Cup free-for-all at Alexandra Park for the Woodlands Stud team.
But it's on the cards, 100 to go from now. Here's 888 winding up strongly on the cards. 888 flies on the outside, got him. 888.
American Ideal is a great match for many broodmares as he crosses well with a range of different broodmare sires. If you have a Caprock, Presidential Bull, In the Pocket, Christian Cullen, or Live or Die mare, just to name a few, then he is a stallion to give strong consideration to. American Ideal is once again standing at Northern Rivers in Victoria this season and is available via fresh chilled semen throughout Australasia, standing for the service fee of $10,000 plus GST, with some discounts applying. Sweet Lou continues to impress across Australasia as his second crop hit the tracks. Trainer Ron Burke from America was over at the yearling sales in February and said that it was likely his third crop over there was going to be his best yet. It is often quickly forgotten that while Sweet Lou has had big numbers bred in the last 2 seasons, his early crop sizes were only in the 60s, and from those crops he has had some great foals to qualifiers, starters and winners ratios. His fillies look talented, and his colts and geldings are making their mark and always featuring in the major juvenile races, but his biggest and best crops are yet to come. His talented son, Fabrizio, has been dominant since racing resumed.
Fabrizio loomed up to Carlos Bromac. Pocket watched the inside from the Maroon Marauder, Brantley and Vulcan Star. The last favourite of the night home, it's Fabrizio.
His star daughter, Double Espresso, continues to impress as a 3-year-old, even against her male counterparts, after being one of the top 2-year-old fillies in Australia last season.
She won the 2-year-old last year, the 3-year-old this year, Double Espresso, too hot.
His 2-year-old daughter, She's No Lady, was an impressive winner when taking out the Group 2 Delightful Lady Classic earlier in 2020.
She's No Lady's flashing now. She's No Lady to blouse them out. She's No Lady in the Reed Man.
His son, Spirit of St. Louis, has done a great job to date and looks to have plenty more in the tank.
Spirit of St. Louis is absolutely flying down the outside. Oh, can he get up? Look at Spirit of St. Louis! Oh, it's tight!
In terms of pedigree, Sweet Lou's maternal line is one of USA's strongest, with his half-brother being $2.7 million earner and world champion Better's Sweet by Better's Delight. And his half-sister is the 151.1 mare Sweet Paprika by Artiscape, who is the dam of Captain Crunch. Sweet Lou is getting plenty of interest yet again this season, and on the back of 2 full books in the last 2 seasons, we recommend that you book your mare in soon. He is highly fertile and available via fresh chilled semen across Australasia, standing for $7,500 plus GST, with some discounts applying. Down by the Seaside is starting to make his mark on the Australasian harness racing breeding scene already. He returns for his 3rd season in 2021 after serving 2 strong books in Australia and New Zealand in his first 2 seasons. His debut crop of weanlings were well received at the online Gavel House sale, where he had the 3 highest prices for a new season sire and also the highest priced filly overall. Gene Feast purchased one of his sons, and with no connections to the sire or the maternal family and not being able to see the horse in flesh, this is a true testament to the types he is leaving and his commercial value to breeders. In a breathtaking career, Down by the Seaside paced a world record 150 on a half-mile track, showcasing what a clean gait he has.
Down the stretch they come, on top, Down by the Seaside. Look at the timer! 150 flat!
As a 2-year-old, he banked over $570,000 in purses and recorded 8 wins. As a 3-year-old, Down by the Seaside won a staggering $1.6 million in stakes. In a crop of great horses, among them Huntsville and Fear the Dragon, he was named the 2017 Dan Patch 3-year-old Pacing Colt of the Year.
Down by the Seaside on the outside, Fear the Dragon, down by the Seaside, and Brian Sears gets up to do it.
But the story here is Down by the Seaside giving Huntsville the cold shoulder. Down by the Seaside roars away for Miller to win the Governor's Cup in impressive fashion.
He has already been very popular with the breeders because of his exceptional looks, staggering juvenile speed, terrific gait, talent, and of course his pedigree. Most importantly, he is crossing well with many mares. The biggest trends we are seeing with him so far are Daughters of Bettor's Delight, Art Major, Christian Cullen and American Ideal. Down by the Seaside is an extremely fertile stallion, with Andrew Grierson reporting he has one of the highest semen rates for a stallion he has seen, and his positive scan results back this up. He will be standing in New Zealand and available by fresh chilled semen across Australasia. We are currently offering him with a breeding incentive for his 3rd season and giving breeders a season-long automatic 25% discount, bringing him to $4,500 plus GST. So if you'd like to cash in on this, please get in touch with us. Lather Up is one of the greatest horses of his time. He broke 2 world records, became the fastest 4-year-old in history, the equal fastest horse in history overall, and the fastest horse over a mile and an 1/8. He raced against all comers and broke 7 track records as a 2, 3 and 4-year-old, as well as 2 world records as a 4-year-old. He was a very good 2-year-old, a top 3-year-old and a world champion 4-year-old. At 2, Lather Up set the track record for a 2-year-old colt pacer, winning in 1:52.2. At 3, he won the $1 million North American Cup elimination and final in 1:48.1.
Deep stretch lead, Lather Up pouring it on. He's 3 lengths on top here and they're not going to catch him. Lather Up continues to roll and he's rolled to a Pepsi North American Cup triumph for Teague.
And at 4, he set a world record 1:46 for a mile and a world record of 1:59.2 for a mile and 1/8. When he took his 1:46 world record, he raced at the Meadowlands against 10 runners and won by open lengths. It was against an incredible field that included 6 millionaires.
Montrell T going to work, Lather Up on the inside, always a prince, can't go with him. And then this is the plan. It is Lather Up, and Lather Up is home in 1:46, equaling the all-time fastest mile in harness racing history.
He then backed that world record up in his next start with his other world record, going 1:59.2 over a mile and an 1/8, pacing his first mile in 1:46.3.
Lather Up in front by 2, now 3, and he's getting away. This is the plan on the inside, then it's McWicked and Dorso Duro Hanover. Lather Up absolutely destroys them, and he wins again. Lather Up in 1:59.2 for the mile and 1/8.
His sire, I'm Gorgeous by Bettor's Delight, was among the top colts of his year, winning a heat of the Little Brown Jug in 1:50.4 and finishing a close second to Horse of the Year Rock and Roll Heaven in the $410,000 final. He has a tremendous maternal line as well, with his dam being one of the best producers by In the Pocket ever, leaving 9 significant winners. His pedigree combines 2 of the greatest producing sires ever down under, in Bettor's Delight and In the Pocket, but they are far enough removed to be able to breed to almost all mares across Australasia. He has the gait and the speed to inject into the Australasia market, but stands at a normal height of 15.2 hands high. Lather Up is standing at Northern Rivers in Victoria and is available via fresh chilled semen throughout Australasia, standing for the advertised price of $6,000 plus GST. but we are currently offering him with an automatic 20% discount, bringing him to $4,800 plus GST. So if you'd like to cash in on this, please get in touch with us. Breeders, now's the time to get in and breed your foal by the future trotting sire in Australasia. What the Hill has the race record, the pedigree and the looks to be the next big sire in square gaiting history. His foals are strong, powerful and compact. He has been supported by the dams of some of New Zealand's best trotters, including the dams of Markula, Stent, Lubiloo, Majestic Man and Highgate, just to name a few. The 12-time winning son of the legendary stallion Muscle Hill was a star on the track. As one of the fastest sons of Muscle Hill, he took a career-equaling record of 151.4 at his last start and accumulated over $1.3 million in stakes. He was a top 2-year-old, trotting 154.4 and winning races such as the prestigious Peter Houghton Memorial Final. When he was 3, he banked over $1 million in purses and was the clear standout trotter of his year. What the Hill won the Canadian Trotting Classic at Mohawk in a states record of 151.4.
They're in deep stretch, and here comes What the Hill and Miller on the outside. What the Hill converting off the pocket trip to win the Canadian Trotting Classic. He won it by 3 going away.
He won his elimination and final of the Breeders' Crown at Hosier Park.
Coming to the wire, it's What the Hill and David Miller winning the Breeders' Crown Championship.
He really made his mark when he defeated the open class trotters as a 3-year-old at the Meadowlands in the final of the TVG. Amongst the competitors in this race were 2 twice millionaire trotters, Crazy Wow and 2015 Trotter of the Year, Pinkman. This was his career equaling best time, scooting around in 151.4.
But off the rail comes What the Hill, the 3-year-old. What the Hill to seal his division. What the Hill in 151.4.
With the limited or possible non-existence of Muscle Hill semen in Australasia, What the Hill is your next best option. Muscle Hill progeny are starting to dominate our featured trotting races, and he is the leading sire of both 2- and 3-year-old trotters in New Zealand and 3-year-old trotters in Australia from just small crops. And being out of a full sister to New Zealand's current leading trotting sire, Majestic Sun, What the Hill is a stallion that trotting breeders cannot look past. What the Hill is standing in New Zealand and available via fresh chilled semen throughout Australasia. We are currently offering him with a breeding incentive discount for his 3rd breeding season and giving breeders a season-long automatic 25% off, bringing him to $5,250 plus GST. So if you'd like to make the most of this great offer, please get in touch with us. You won't regret it. Resilient best describes champion trotter Speeding Spur. The $1.3 million earner and 9-time Group 1 winner returns to his birthplace at Woodlands Stud in 2020 to join one of the strongest stallion rosters in the Southern Hemisphere. From the start of his career, Speeding Spur raced at an elite level. The 9-time Group 1 winner raced and defeated the best square gaiters of his generation.
He's a dual derby winner, Speeding Spur, wins a length Monbay.
Very few horses can lay claim to have a career that was brilliant from start to finish. Speeding Spur had serious speed, stamina and a desire to win with a very big heart. His career saw him win the Victorian Derby and a Breeders' Crown as a 3-year-old.
He won the Derby 2 starts ago, a track record winner, beating the older horses last start, and he just knows how to win. He's not going to let anything get past him. Speeding Spur does it again.
He won 6 Group 1s in New Zealand, amongst them the New Zealand Holy Grail of trotting, the Rowe Cup.
In high nod and it's Speeding Spur, he draws away, and this champion square gaiter 7 Group 1s.
In 2016, he won the Southern Hemisphere's trotting test, the Great Southern Star at Melton.
And Speeding Spur got out, Speeding Spur's challenging and Speeding Spur, what a win.
Speeding Spur was shipped to North America in 2019 and won the Crawford Farms Classic at Tioga Downs in 152.4, a US race of close to $150,000.
Here's Speeding Spur to the outside with one final try. Speeding Spur, mission accepted. Speeding Spur.
He raced successfully against the best open class trotters that the USA and Canada had to offer. Speeding Spur's career is one built on toughness. Speeding Spur is standing in New Zealand and available via fresh chilled semen throughout Australasia. He is standing for 2,500 plus GST, but we are currently offering him with an automatic 20% discount, bringing him to $2,000 plus GST. So if you'd like to book a mare into him, please contact us. Alongside the great offers that I mentioned earlier, Woodlands Stud are also offering their preferred semen-based discount once again this season. This means that if you send your mare to one of our preferred vets or studs to get her in foal to our stallions, then we will offer you an automatic 20% discount on any of our stallions. Alabar, Neveliar, Brecon Farms, Macca Lodge, Ranura Equine, Waiea Farm and Cambridge Equine Vets are just some of the preferred semen bases on the list. We are also proud to continue to ship our semen throughout Australasia at no cost to the breeder. We have no hidden costs and are also always open to talking about different payment options for services to our stallions to try and accommodate all breeders and budgets. Thank you for taking the time to learn about Woodlands Stud and our stallions. As a previous Breeder of the Year, we take great pride in the stallions that helped us achieve that milestone. We stand world-class sires who produce world-class racehorses, and we hope that in time your 2020 mating will join the illustrious list of horses that have been sired by Woodlands Stud. Don't miss your opportunity to share the dream with Woodlands Stud.